So we are live here, guys. Welcome for everybody that is watching. If you are interested in joining us in the live and just talking to us with us, or just showing people that AI marketing is really an amazing company, and it's always possible to join us here. Please let us know if you want to do that. Then, of course, I will just let you in this system of ours. So thank you, Desiree, and welcome. We are very excited because the future is here, right?
Yeah,
The future
really.
is here, and we are going for it.
Yeah,
So I hope you are also very enthusiastic.
yeah, very. I'm sorry. It's nice to see that it is working now, and the sales is coming, and yeah, for a few weeks now. For me,
It's,
for
yeah,
me.
it's
I
a
don't know.
really exciting time now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know that still a couple of people are still struggling, and still accounts are on zero, and numbers are not there yet. And I know it's a struggle to wait that long in order to get what you are asking for. There's one positive side of it is that, let's say you had an account before all that happened, and you still don't have anything to see in that account happening. I would recommend you guys just make a new account, okay? Start over until that other account is going to be, reconnected, and then it will work eventually. So that's what I can tell you guys. Just do that because you don't want to miss out on this amazing opportunity here, because this is really a groundbreaking thing that we are in right now, because this is such an amazing company, because they prove to us that they can come back two times, okay? Not only one time, two times. So this is not the only road that they have been in, because before that happened last time, is that before that it was happening also, and they came back and people were making money, and now it happened again. I know they need to structure their system, of course. That never is going to happen again. But now it happens the second time, and I think that they learn from all these things, so they will be coming back even greater and bigger than they were, right?
yeah,
So I'm very amazed in how they are doing that, and amazingly, basically nobody really is losing money unless you don't do your homework. Okay, that's just if you do your homework and you read and watch videos and pay attention to everybody that is teaching you something, you can learn the business, and I would recommend you guys do that, okay? Because you're missing out. Even though you're starting with, let's say, $50, you can learn the business to scale that up, okay? And to earn money, substantially, and doing that on a recurring time. So that means that it will come back to you every month and every month again. And that's what you want to work on. So if you are, uh, let's say, a poor man that can miss, let's say, $50, or you are rich and you can put in 2,000, it doesn't matter, because everybody can scale things up. And if I'm really honest, when I started last year, I started with putting in $50. I scaled it up because I saw what this thing was doing and what its potential was. So what I did was, after a couple of days watching the system, is putting a little bit more in. And then a couple of days later, I put in a little bit more in. And I'm not talking about hundreds. I'm talking about tens. Okay, so that means a $20 here, a $30 there, a $40 there, just keeping it low, but doing it, let's say, twice a week or maybe once a week, and then scaling it that way. That's also possible. So everybody can earn in AI marketing, guys. It's really, really amazing. So Desiree, how was your week?
Yeah, it was quite good because of the sales were around the 10, 15, uh, sometimes it was 25. So it's amazing
Yeah,
because of I had, let's say, my robot work with around $300, and it's left now for 150, maybe less now because it was yesterday or the day before it was around 155 something. So yeah, it's quite good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that the most people I'm talking with and to are, of course, my team members. But also, yeah, Desiree is one of those team members, and she sees that this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. And not even only that, it is doing more than we thought it would. Because they are marketing this in between 25 to 35% that you can earn on your investment. Okay. But they are giving much more
I
because it's
can
not only that. Huh?
I can let it see in
Yeah.
my back office.
Yeah, if you are sharing your screen. So what I wanted to tell you guys is that they are marketing this in between 25 to 35%, but we are getting much more than that because we are forgetting that when you promote this business, you can easily earn bonuses and you can scale yourself up by earning also more percentages every time you scale it up. If you don't want to recruit, there's nothing wrong with that because you can. You can just run the business without anyone joining in your team. Okay. And then even getting sometimes more than 35%. And that's what we are getting also. But if you recruit, then of course it's a whole other story. So that's why I wanted to tell you guys is that it depends on what you want, what you are willing to do. So if you want to start this business, let's say for free, you can. Huh. I'm going to tell you how to do that right now because when you have an account and you really don't have any money to start with, okay, and you still want to start and you know how to get people in, that's a very important thing here. Because when you start with a free account and you don't use, okay, I need to say this, guys, because you don't want to use the gift certificate because otherwise it doesn't work. So, well, it doesn't work. It does work, of course, but I would not recommend it because the first withdrawal would be $100. But if you can't get those people in your team that are putting their money where their mouth is, then of course you can just start in AI marketing for zero out of pocket. So let's say you don't use your gift certificate and you are going to promote the business. What you need to do is the first people that are going to join in your business because you want to start that robot, right? So the people that need to start in your business needs to activate the um, gift certificate. And why is that? Because when you start in AI marketing, putting nothing in, okay, and you're going to get people in your team, then you want to earn 5% or whatever amount, of course, from that person. Okay. So in this case, when you start for free, it's 5%. So if they start with a gift certificate and they are going to put in $50 on top of that, that what they put on top, you will get that 5%. And that 5% will be going to your account. That means your account that was zero, you started with, has now a couple of dollars. Okay. So you can just do a reinvest with that if you want to do that. So that's how you can start for free if you want to do that. But that's only if you are willing to recruit. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Otherwise, you have to put some money in from yourself first. Okay. So you wanted to share your screen, Desiree?
Yeah, I'm going to do that now. 1 moment.
So guys, if you have any question, okay, just any question, or you have something to tell us that you're amazed by this, please let us know, okay? Because I think the whole world should know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to go to for my AI marketing site. Um, what you see on the left, I have in my cashback now $6.99 and pending of 234 and 40 cents. But I had let's say in my cashback above $10. What I did, I put the robot work for $10, and it is now here gone, and it's on here because I had 303 before, and it's now 313, and the robot is working um, for that amount of money. What I said, I had already sales, so they advertise for me, and my profit is around 82%. And what I have is, let me see the stats. 1 moment. The stats. As you see, there is a lot of sales from the moment they started again, and um, it's the amount of the advertising budget is already 165 spent. So let's say 100 and something, 150, around 150 left. So from that 313, it's now 150 approximately uh, that the robots can make an advertisement with. All right. So and here's it says 256 but um, it's not 256. Oh, 1 moment. No, not that. I'm sorry. I was not. Let me go back. 1 moment. Says. All right. I'm going to go above. It says here 254, and here is 256. But that doesn't mean that uh, there is an error or something. No, it's um, from yesterday. It hasn't uh, get it in here. So approximately, I have it cashback of 256. This is not the day with yesterday in this. So
That's not totally true.
mm, a little bit maybe.
What he is calculating is today.
Oh, today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can see in the stats where your dates are, is
Yeah.
the 24th, that was yesterday, is already there.
Um,
And if you want to see if you had some sales, then go to your sales tab
yeah. But
and you can
uh,
see the sales from today.
it's
That's
not.
that's yesterday.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking it's just 24.
So if you
But
scroll, yeah, if you scroll down and you go to your sales page, then probably you will be having sales from the 25th.
yeah, here.
Yeah, there you go. So these are not calculated on the left side in your green card yet.
Yeah.
But in the stats, it's already calculating that.
But the cashback is not that big. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
But
the
you always
difference.
need, yeah, but the difference with this, and that's a very important thing because people say, but it's not accurate because this is not enough against what I have standing over there. So let's
Yeah.
say the difference is, let's say $15, and you only have, let's say $8
Yeah.
instead of 15. That means that the other couple of dollars are still waiting.
Okay. Okay.
I think that the system is ahead of the system.
Yeah. Yeah.
It mean-
Because
yeah, so that means that he is ahead of everything that is supposed to show you.
yeah, because when I see this 256 with the 1 year,
Yeah, so that's around about $10
no, $20, $22.
or $22. Yeah, so that means that the sales you are having or you can see is already there.
Yeah.
But the system is calculating ahead with every sale they get.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's why you can't see it. But tomorrow, that money will be accurate. And then again, that number will be fluctuating because of the same thing. It's every day is the same thing.
Okay. So
But you
that's
will
what.
eventually, you should see it like this. Okay. So if you see the cashback, the 256.83 that she has, that is the number in cashback that you have.
Okay.
So on the left side where it says 234, that's not the total. The total is the 256. That's the number that you need to see.
Okay.
And that will be pending.
Yeah.
So I think that it would be easier for people to see it. Well, people that know the business and they did their homework, of course, they will understand what I'm saying right here. But if you start for the first time, then it's a really hard thing to see, okay, this number is not accurate. What is happening here? Is that the name cashback above on the 256.83 should be cashback pending.
Okay.
So they can see it's the same
Yeah.
because that's still the same.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell you that, it tells you only cashback. But it is the cashback pending. So I think that would be a good thing that they would change that to cashback pending.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will always have a pending amount in there. In whatever you do, there will always be pending there.
Yeah.
So, so the
The,
numbers that you see under the green card, a lot of people don't have that yet. So if you started before everything happened, before the crash, and you don't see those numbers, then it can take up a little time before you see that.
yeah.
Let's say you are waiting for that and it's not happening yet, and you still want to make money, then just like I told you guys in the beginning, make a new account and just start that account making you money. And then in time, that other account where you don't see the numbers yet will be catching up. That's what I
Yeah.
should do.
Yeah. Because there is something that I want to show. One more thing.
Yeah.
This what? Okay, I have here $6.99. All right.
Mhm.
Then I have a cashback here of $15.98. But it's for the ones who have joined before um, before
The crash. Yeah.
the crash. Yeah. And this one, it says protect available. That means I can claim that. And when it does, I'm it will deduct it from this, yeah, and it go up here.
To your
No,
cashback. Yeah,
it add up here,
yeah,
so it will be $7 and 71.
yeah.
So I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
Successful.
Okay. There you go.
$7.71 is it
Yes.
now?
Yeah.
All right, and
And
it
your
is
cashback
deducted.
there is 15.26. Yeah.
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 So
So okay, I want to explain something to you guys for the people that don't know how that works. Is that you saw just what happened with her account when she clicked on the button. But let's say your cashback, where your $15.26 is, let's say you don't have an amount there. So let's say that says 0, and you can still claim that cashback. Then, depending what you have right there, the 111.31 will be reduced with the money you are going to claim. Okay? That is going to happen when you don't have any your cashback and it is 0, then it will just go to the next line and take it out of your pending.
yeah,
That's what I saw in other accounts happening. So
and what about this one?
the protect pending, it's possible that numbers will be added also on that. And that is because of your pending sales that you have. And the pending sales are going to be approved in such and such an amount, okay, of days.
Okay.
And not all the sales are directly going to your cashback because
Yeah.
maybe the client didn't pay on time or there's something else going on there. Is that what happens is that amount is going to go into your protect pending. So now you
Okay.
understand why that is.
Okay.
So that would be going into your protect pending. And when that client is just done with everything, they paid for whatever item they bought, and everything is approved in that case with AI marketing and everything on that, is that then it will go to your protect available so you can just claim it. That's why it's so many low numbers that will be available in the protect available, because they're coming out with the money that you are going to get your cash back. So if you go to the sales page, you can see from every sale in what cashback you're getting in how many days you're going to get that. So when one of those sales are going to be added to the protect pending, or in this case, the protect available, then you know that that sale is totally approved.
Okay.
That's why they
Okay.
do it like this, because their accounts was frozen. Okay, so they couldn't get to their accounts, so they built their clientele again because a lot of clients went away. Okay, because of the crash and everything happening, so they needed to add more clients. So now they're working on that very, very hard. And now you can see that that is what they're doing right there in the protect pending and the protect available, because they can't reach their account because it's frozen.
Mm.
So that's why they do it like this. And when everything is done and it's not frozen anymore and they are done with the whole situation, then of course everything will be just calculated in order so as it's supposed to be. And then the numbers will disappear that you see under the car. But they are still busy with that site that is blacklisted and that for the account in Russia is closed and everything, so they can't get to um, their money over there. So that's why they do it like this.
Yeah.
But
Um,
if you start let's say you are new and you want to start in this amazing business, you don't get that underneath your card. Okay. You can just start up in AI marketing, putting some money in, using your gift certificate and putting some money on top of that. You can do all that, and you don't have anything to do with those numbers underneath your card, because this is only for people that were joined before everything happened with the crash. So you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about anything if you are just starting up. So let's say you are an old person that already was in AI marketing, and you have only zeros over there and there's nothing happening, or there's nothing happening, then of course I would just recommend make a new account and start that account until that other account will catch up.
Yeah.
Because it's time wasted when you don't do anything. So that means that if you are waiting and waiting and waiting, and you can manage to lose a little bit of money, then start a new account, because you're wasting time and you're not making anything when you don't have an account that runs. Okay. So that's why I want to say that.
Yeah.
So Desiree, do you have any questions here?
Um, Now there's only one thing I want to show is uh, what you see here from the sales. This one, because of it's around about, let's say, between $10 and $15 approximately every day.
Yeah, so that means that you want to know what is the robot using, and what would be then the cashback, right?
Yeah.
So it's for every amount that you put in this system, it's different. So the lower you put in, of course, the lower the robot will be getting out of it every day. But the percentages will be higher in the amount that he spends on advertising. So the more you put in, the less percentages he takes in order to get an advertising out there from your money, in order to get all these sales for you. So that means the more money you put in, the more sales you will get, the more money you will earn in cashback.
Okay.
So if you start, and I will show you that in a minute, I have a Excel sheet made. I already made that video, but for the people that don't know about that, is that when you start with a gift certificate and when you don't start with a gift certificate, because there's a very big example and change in that, okay? Because the robot is just showing you how it works when you use the gift certificate. That means he's not going to work a whole lot of days with that, because it's only an example of what you would see if you would put in $50. But if you are putting in money out of your own pocket, that of course you can miss, and you are going to start the robot with your own money, then he will take less percentages and less money every time, and work with that money more days. So you have more time in order to think if you want to do this or you don't, and you want to do something else. Okay. So,
O- Okay.
um,
I will
so
stop my share.
yeah, did you want to show them anything else? Maybe
Uh,
another thing.
no, because I think I got it now.
Yeah.
Because I think also with this, it's 82%. Uh, they say about 25, 35% per month, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
some
but you don't want to calculate it like that,
no,
because the
it's
first month you will not make 35%.
yeah,
And that's what people should know.
yeah,
So if you start in a, let's say you put in $100, then people are advertising this as you get 35%, so the next month you have 135. That's not how it works. And the reason why that is because all of those days that you have to wait until that cashback is going to come to you. So if those days are more than 30, 40, 50, or maybe 80 days, then you will not get 35% in 1 month. Of course not.
No.
But I can tell you guys, you don't have to worry about that because your second month will be better and your third month will even be better than that. And everything that you earn, you can just reinvest that. And that's what I would recommend you guys. Reinvest everything the first 2 months or maybe 3 months. If you can afford to lose that in 1, 2, or 3 months, okay? Because then you are going to give the robot the substantial amount that he can work with in order to advertise and make sales for you and that you can get your cash back. So you can start by getting out, let's say 75% and then, or putting in, I'm sorry, putting it back in 75% and getting out 25% to start with. And how do you do that? What's the easiest way? Well, it's very easy to do because the only thing you have to do is the first 3 weeks, you are going to put in everything that you earn, okay, back in. Just do a reinvest. And the first 3 weeks, you do that. And the last week, you're going to do withdrawals. And then from on the next month, you do the same thing. And when you are happy with everything you're getting and you have a little bit of your money back, then you can just change those 75 into, let's say, 50. So let's say you do the first 2 weeks reinvestment and the last 2 weeks you do withdrawals. But keep in mind when you do that, because you have waiting days. And you don't know when that sale is going to come to you, because sometimes stores or clients that bought the item didn't pay on time, or they send it back to the store because they were not happy with it. And then it can change a lot of things there, okay? So it's up to you guys how you want to do that, but you can just turn it around by putting in, instead of 25%, you're putting in, let's say, 50%, or you're putting in 75% and you're getting out 25, or whatever you want to do. But you need to get your money back. If you have $100 in there, you want your $100 back. So that's the first thing you want to do. But you have to reinvest that first in the first couple of months before you're going to get that out. Otherwise, your robot will stop and you will not earn anymore. So be smart about that. And if you are recruiting people, it's a lot easier to do because every commission that you get, you can just reinvest that if you want to do that. So it's up to you guys, but you can do it totally without any people in your team. You can't do that. But you need to be consistent, and everything you earn, put it back in. And then eventually, after 2 or 3 months, you can say, okay, you know what? Now I'm going to get 25% out. That means the first 3 weeks I'm going to reinvest, and the last week I'm going to take everything out. And the next month I'm doing the same thing until I have my $100 back. That's what I would recommend. So hopefully, Desiree, you are agreeing with me or what?
Yeah, because of I have now, let's say, in few weeks, maybe a month now, that it's working for me. I have put, let's say, a reinvest from my cashback. So it all works, what I see now. So, I'm satisfied with this. Can you share your screen for that Excel sheet? What you have?
Yeah, what the robot is spending with whatever amount you're putting in. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
I can do that. if you will unshare, I will
Yeah.
just open this up so I can show you guys how that is. Okay. Okay, so let me go to you guys and let me share my screen. Let me, hopefully he sees that. Yeah, he does. Okay, there you go. So, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So, whatever you see in the screen right now is an estimate. So, it's a roundabout of what your robot is going to use with your deposit per day. Okay. So, it's not an accurate amount, but it is a roundabout and it's pretty accurate because I tested it out. And of course, I calculated everything in order to get as close, as much as close to where I want it to be. So sometimes it can, maybe the days will be a little bit more or a little bit less, or maybe the robot spend a little bit more, a little bit less. Okay, so it's a little bit, but explaining to you guys how this works is that this graphic that you see right here, this one, this is without the gift certificate. Okay, so that means that if you start with, let's say, $50 out of pocket, out of your own pocket, okay, and this is without the gift certificate, then the robot will use approximately 5% per day from those $50. He will spend around about $2.50 to $3 per day. It's not accurate, okay? So be very aware because not everyone has the same sales. Not everyone has the same advertising that the robot is spending and everything. So I can't calculate that in, but it's around about, and it's, well, pretty good. So he will run with that $50 in between 10 to 15, but it can be 20 days. Okay. And then the robot will stop. So that means that you still have left from those 15 to 20 days, 15 to 10 days for that month. So the only thing you can do is, because you are putting it in from your own pocket and you're not started with a gift certificate, be very aware what I'm saying right here. Because if you start with a gift certificate, you need to pay that back first. So then you will lose a little bit more. Okay, so let's say you didn't do that. Then, of course, every $10 that you earn in those days that it runs, you can put it back in order to get a little bit more momentum in your robot spending your money. So you can keep your robot running. Okay, that's a very important thing. And in the $100, you can see that it goes down to 4%, okay, because you give a little bit more money to the robot. So he's using 4%, and that means around about $4 per day. And he will work in between 20 to 30 days with that, around about. So this is why I made that pink, because I think that 50 or 100, if you don't want to do anything and not worry about anything, is that don't start with these. If you can afford to lose at least 200 to 250, then you are sure that he will work in between 25 to 35 days with that. And you can just sit back, relax, and put everything back in if you are earning something in the first 1, 2, or 3 months. And you are sure you don't have to reinvest from out of your own pocket. That's what I mean. Okay? So you gradually are going to get your money back if you play it like 75 to 25%. So that means the first 3 weeks you're going to reinvest everything, and the last week you do all the withdrawals. So you can get your $250 back. That's the only thing you want to work on. You don't want to put more money in if you don't want to do that, unless you don't care and you want to scale the thing up. Because you know what happens is the more you're going to put in, the more days, and of course the more money he's going to spend, but the more days he's going to work with that, that means also that you are going to get higher sales per day. And more advertising budget will be given. So let's say you do that with $1,500. He's going to spend $30, around about $30 per day. He's running with that 50 days. But in those 50 days, you are going to get really, really good sales. Okay? So your cashback will be really, really good. That's the difference. But if you can't afford to lose $1,500 in one time, why not just start lower with 250? So you don't have to worry about putting anything more in. The other question is, what happens when you use the gift certificate? So the gift certificate robot, tells you right here, uses the $50 much faster. Okay, so that is in between 4 to 7 days instead of 15 or to 20 days. Why is that? Because the gift certificate is purely only to show you guys that this robot is really doing what it's supposed to do. And you can make money with it. That's the only thing the gift certificate does. Are you going to get percentages when you're going to get people in your team? Of course you can. You can get 5% if you are starting with a gift certificate. But you can see that it runs only in between 4 to 7 days. And then it stops. So your robot is not doing anything. Okay? So keep that in mind, that you're not making money after those 7 days. Unless you're willing to wait all those days and then still you didn't make money because you didn't put anything in on top of that. And that is the difference that I'm talking about. So let me show you what is going to happen. And just an example, of course, of an account that is works with the gift certificate, and he already spent that in a couple of days. So let me scroll down. Here you can see an example of an account that started with the gift certificate, and that is the $50 gift certificate that you see right here. Okay. Well, after a couple of days, you can see here it's only 4 days. He spent $50. So the robot is now off. That means you're not making anything anymore because it doesn't have anything spent anymore. Your cashback will be an amount of $71.40 in pending. Okay, so it's not in your cashback yet. That means that when you don't want to do anything more than this, is that you have to wait all those days that your sales were running, all those days that it needs to be waiting until you have your 71.40 really in the amount that you're going to withdraw. Well, you can't withdraw it. Then first you need to pay that back, that $50, because that is what the gift certificate does. It's an example to show you how it works. So it's a borrow that you do from AI marketing. So you have to pay that borrow back to them. So $50 is going to be off, taking from the 71.40. So let's go to the other side, is that you are left with 21.40. But your first withdrawal, in the rules, it tells you when you use the gift certificate, your first withdrawal is $100 instead of $10. There's a big difference there. So you need to deposit more money to get your robot to run again. And when it runs, still your first withdrawal is $100. And after that $100 you did a withdrawal and you're running the system again, then it will be just $10. But this is the rule when you use the gift certificate. If you want to do that, nothing wrong with that. But I would always tell you guys is that if you use the gift certificate, put some money back on from out of your own pocket on top of that, because you want to make sure that you can get out your $100 if you want to do that. Okay, and you can see here that with this example account is that the gift certificate is only running here for 4 days. and then it stops. It doesn't do anything. And that is the reason that a lot of people stop with AI marketing because they think it's a scam, but it's not. It's not a scam. Totally not a scam. And you can see here why. Because this is the rule if you use the gift certificate. But if you're starting without that gift certificate, you put money in for $50 out of your own pocket, then you can, every cashback that you get back and you have $10, you can put it back in. Because you didn't use the gift certificate. But if you did, then your first withdrawal is $100 and not $10. And people are also asking that the cashback that they're getting, can I reinvest that? No. The rule is that you have to take the $100 out first. So Desiree, do you have any questions over there?
So as I see for this example, that
This is an example because there are accounts also that with the gift certificate that the robot does in between 4 to 7 days. But this is an account purely to show you guys what it does.
yeah, and when I then you then you have to make a strategy like if you want to use the gift certificate, then you have to, let's say, make a higher deposit to get your that $50 gift certificate profit. Then you have to put in, let's say, $500, or maybe you can say 450 with the $50 certificate. That's totally of 500.
The 50 needs to go back, and you can pay that back with the cashback that you earn.
Yeah, and then you can have.
There's nothing left, you know.
No, so that means that you have the $100. It will be quicker. That it will be in maybe 2 months.
So let's say that you're using gift certificates is, by the way, nothing wrong with that. Everybody can use the gift certificate, okay? So I'm not disregarding this. No. I'm just showing you guys that a lot of people don't have the money to put it in.
Yeah.
And they are starting this thing with $50 gift certificate because they think they get $50 for free, but it's not true.
No. This is only how to work with the system that you can see.
Yeah.
And it's not that you can use this gift certificate as to get money out.
No.
With the $50 certificate. No. It's only to see how the system works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is not recommendable to.
Well, you can do that if you want to do that, and you're going to put in another $300 on top of that. Then, yes. By the way, go ahead.
Yeah, then you can use it like that.
Yeah.
But not for people who are not willing to put money in.
Yes.
It's not recommendable.
No.
So be aware of if you use that certificate, then you need to have at least 300, 400, maybe 500 to get in and make a deposit from your own pocket.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is not. It has no sense to do that.
Well, yeah, you can use the gift certificate, and let's say that you do. Let's say you activate that. And let's say you put in $100 out of your own pocket on top of there, so you have 150.
Yeah.
That would be really good to do, because then you can get out of it and you can do your $100 withdrawal. But the only thing is that if you do only $100 on top of that, is that you have to wait a lot longer until you're getting your cash back.
Yeah.
So the more money you put in, just like I told you before, is the more sales you will get, the more money you will get in cash back. So it would always be better to do a little bit more. So let's say 250 or 300 on top of there. And then you don't have to worry about your days. You don't have to worry about your $100 withdrawal, everything.
No, no. Yeah, the minimum to withdraw with that certificate is $100.
It's $100, yeah.
Yeah. So now, and if you don't use the certificate,
Yeah.
you can withdraw, let's say, $20.
Yeah. $10
So,
even.
yeah, $10.
Only, but if you do $10, then of course you will pay $3 fee, and that's for every amount. By the way, I need to say that too, because
Yeah,
when you do a withdrawal for $300, let's say you do that, then it's still $3 in fee. Okay, so the less you are going to withdraw, so let's say you do $10, then of course you're only getting $7 out of it.
yeah.
But
And
if
when
you do
you
300, you get 279.
97,
97, sorry.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's the difference.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Because of people says, oh, that's an extra $50 to work with.
Yeah,
No, it's only an something that you can see how the system works,
yeah.
but it's not a real um,
There's
something
nothing
that
wrong with the gift certificate
no
if you
that
are willing to put in the money after that.
yes,
So let me stop the screen here. So I hope everybody understands right now. And it's really easy to understand, guys. The system is really easy. And you can start with as low as $50. So if you want to do that, you can. But I would not recommend you guys, if you are not willing to put in money, to use the gift certificate. Just don't join. If you are having some money that you can spare here for in the system and you're not worried about that, then there's nothing wrong by using the gift certificate, because you can just put that money on top of your gift certificate. And when you pay that gift certificate back, you can do a withdrawal for $100 when you have your cash back. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm not totally putting it out of the door, okay? But I will not promote the gift certificate, never.
I'm here.
Never, because I know that people want to have their money as quick as possible back in their pockets. So in order to do that is to just use only what you can afford to lose, and not with the gift certificate, because you have to wait too long.
Yeah, yeah,
So to get your money faster back in your pocket that you want to spend in the system is to not use the gift certificate unless you're going to put in a lot of money on top of that. Okay, so I don't want to scare you guys in not using the gift certificate, but I see a lot of accounts, and it's also in my team, that people joined, and they joined using the gift certificate, and they didn't do their homework because they didn't follow my videos, because I explain everything in detail. Okay, it's really easy to follow, and still everybody drops out because they were finding out they can't do anything anymore.
yeah,
So that's why I don't want to scare you guys. I just want to educate you in how to do this thing the best way for you.
yeah, yeah. That's it.
And that's it. It's that simple. And everybody can do this. Everybody. The small person, the person with a lot of money can do it. It doesn't matter, but you have to know how it works. And if you are that small person that still wants to try to get a little bit out of the AI marketing, you can. But you need to be patient. You need to prepare yourself that you know how things work. And on my YouTube channel, you can find every video that you need to find in order that explains whatever you need to know. But you have to do your research by going through those videos, watching those videos, and not playing it for 1 minute and then stop it and then think, oh, let me ask that question, because you didn't watch that whole video. And that's the key to being an online business entrepreneur. Okay. If you're not willing to do in the work, what are you doing? Are you trying to set up a business? How are you going to open a store when you don't know what kind of people are having stores that are the same as you, and you didn't do your homework in how many of them are around in your area? Because maybe you don't want to make it, you can't make it because of all those stores. So are you the only one in the area? Did you visit them? That's a very important thing. It's a different thing, but it's still the same. It's all about teaching yourself how it works. And it's the same way when you open a store. Because you have to know what's going on out there. You're not going to go, oh, you know what? Let me rent that facility over there, and let me open up whatever store, ABC, okay? And then let's run it. But I don't know anything about my competitors, okay? Because you have competitors in the area or close by, and you didn't do your homework, but you started that business. That's the wrong way to do it. And that's the same thing with AI marketing. That's the same thing with being an entrepreneur in whatever you're going to sell or whatever you're going to work on, where you're trying to make money. Try to get yourself the education that you need. And if you have the education, take the time to go over it. And if you do, you're done. Because you don't have to do that every day. If you know it, and that's with AI marketing the easiest way, because they don't change. All my videos from 8 months ago are still the same. You know why? It's still the same information up till now. So they don't change. How easy is that? How easy is that to learn the business? I don't want to scare you guys, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to make money online, please take the time to really know what's going on. That's the only thing I will say. And then it's easy to run your business or scale your business or whatever you want to do. Desiree, I know I talk a lot.
I know.
But
But yeah, it's true what you say, because of you need to know what you're got into,
yeah,
and what kind of business this is,
yeah,
and um, listen to the experienced people who are doing this business quite a while. So sometimes people are impatient, and they're going to, yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then wait and see. You know, um, that's
yeah,
not that's the easiest way, but it's not the sometimes not the right way. So
no. No, because they are asking questions that are already 1,000 times answered everywhere,
yeah,
on YouTube, on Telegram, with me. I'm telling you everything I know, and I'm not tricking you. I'm even telling you what not to do and what is the best way to run your AI marketing business in this case. Okay, that can maybe work also for other businesses. So it's not only this one. You can use it for everything that you do. I'm teaching you not only to work on AI marketing, I'm teaching you everything that you should know in the whole entrepreneur business there. And the first thing is knowledge. And there are some people that say knowledge is dangerous. Well, in this case, knowledge is very usable, okay?
yeah,
Because you need to know what your figures are. If you want to have, let's say you want to have a loan for your store, you don't have enough money, you want to scale that store, you need to know your numbers. If you are going to the bank and the bank is saying, Well, okay, let me see your numbers. And you don't know them. What do you think they are going to do? Are they going to tell you what the numbers are? No, because they don't know your business. So they will say no. Why? Because you did not do your homework. That's the only simple explanation I can give you guys. I know a lot of people see that show on the television, and it's called the Dragon's Den. Everybody knows that one, right? So the Dragon's Den, people are coming with their business ideas, okay, and they're coming up with a pitch, and there's a nice story and a setup with everything they do, and then the first thing that the dragons want to know is numbers, because they are going to fund your business in order to scale it up and so that they can also earn from you because they want to have a certain percentage from your business. But when you present something and you don't know your numbers, what are you doing over there?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to teach you guys. So let me see here. Okay, Michael is in the house. Hello, Michael. Long time no see, by the way. The shortest waiting time I see for my cashback is 21 days. Yeah, there are some that are 18 and 19 days also. This is from a scale from 10 July, the 10th of July at 9:30. So it's 70 cents. Have you have any idea when I will see this cashback, this in my cashback? Well, um, you should see it like this, is that with the sales page, you can see exactly how many days. So you know that this one is 21 days. Well, it's not an accurate number, okay? That means that that thing that you see right before that 21 days, that's I don't know how that sign is called. That means that it is not exactly on the 21st day. So that can mean you can get it maybe in 19 days, or maybe it take 25 days or 30 days until you get that 70 cents in your cashback. So it's a roundabout. So it's never accurate. And they can't do that because they don't know what the client is doing. The client can say, okay, I'm happy, I'm going to pay for it on time and everything is fine. And then you will get, of course, maybe your money earlier than the 21 days. And when that client is doing the opposite of that, so they're going to say, you know what, I'm not happy with my item, I'm going to send it back. Then it takes a long time before they send it back, of course, because it needs to have time to ship it and everything. So you will not get that money within the 21 days, but it eventually will get to you. And you know why? Because AI marketing has a protect fund. So it can take a little bit longer, but eventually that money will come to you that is in your cashback. So that 70 cents, you don't have to worry about that. You will get that. But it can take maybe longer, and maybe you have it in 19 days. So that's a little bit to explain how that works. So it's never accurate. It's really a difficult thing to show you guys how it really, really accurate is. But it's not possible because even AI marketing can't tell you that because they don't know what the clients are doing.
By
You
the
know?
way,
Yeah.
Connie,
Yeah.
this the date, was it not before they stop for a while?
What do you mean? I don't know. I'm not getting it.
Um, when they stop the system, when was that?
They stopped. That was the 15th of July. That was the last day that I got my cash back.
So this must be before they
Oh
start.
yeah, yeah, I didn't even look at that by the way. This was indeed before that time. That's true. So that will go into the Protect Fund, and you will get that eventually. Because that money, that 70 cents, was already in your pending. It will show up in your pending on top of everything that you have. So eventually that will come to you. And because it's before that time that you started, is that we don't know when that is going to be back in your cashback. That is something we need to wait on until everything is solved and everything is done, with everything they're blacklisted and everything they are frozen with accounts and everything. But that's why we have the Protect Fund right now, because in the Protect Fund, you're getting a little bit cash back every time. You can just claim it. And then that way, that 70 cents is somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't lose it. It's somewhere in there. I didn't even look at the date, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that, Michael, but you're right. Yeah, you're right, Desiree. So in this case, it can be that you have to wait for that. Yeah.
So, Michael, you have to see if you have an update account. That means you have under the card, you have the, let's say, what you call, let me see,
Yeah, the figures and lines underneath your green card.
yeah,
I don't know if Michael, can you? I don't know if he's still here. But if you are still here, can you let us know if you have these figures underneath your green card, just like you saw in the accounts with Desiree? Because if that is the case, then your 70 cents is in there. Because it will be shown up in your pending. So if you have, let's say, $100 in your pending, that 70 cents is in there.
so that means I can show it again. One
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
I'm
Just show
going
it
to
again. We have
share
time,
it,
so it doesn't matter.
share it again.
Anybody else have any questions about that? Please let us know, because we can help everybody out explaining how everything works. Okay, let me go
Okay,
to that
let
page
me
because I have
let me
to
see
find it.
this one. I mean this one. This must be,
You have your pending over there. Do you see the pending? The $111.
yeah,
That is where Michael's 70 cents is.
yeah.
So
So this,
if he has the 3 lines underneath his card, and he worked that one before the crash, then that 70 cents is in your pending. Yeah, in that one. There it is. And to go back to the explanation I gave before, is that when your cashback that is above that line, so you see the pending and then you see your cashback above there, the $15.26. So the
yeah,
$15.26 that you see on top, if that is zero, he's going to get it from your pending.
yeah.
But this,
So
that is the first thing he's going to calculate off. Okay, everything you're going to get from the button that you get when you want to claim something is your cashback is going to take it all from there until that is zero.
yeah, I don't know if Michael has this already
Now,
updated.
if he doesn't have the 3 lines, then still his account is still in observation and needs to be still recalculated.
Yeah,
So in order to start, the fastest way, if you want to make money, is to just make a new account. And you can just make a new account underneath your own account. Like that. And then earn from that account, put some money in there, until that other account that you have, where you don't have those lines, is going to be recalculated. Because it can take maybe more days or time for that person in order to get that. And you don't want to wait to make money, right?
yeah.
So
Okay.
he doesn't answer, so I think he's gone.
Oh,
But yeah, Michael, that would be the thing that is happening with you. So don't worry about that. If you have an account, it will be recalculated. And if you have the 3 lines already and you can just get your cash back by clicking on that claim button, then everything is fine and should work. If that's not the case and you don't have that, is the first recommendation is just make an account underneath yourself and make a new one until that other one runs again. I have the 3 lines unspent, your cashback and pending. Okay, so the pending, that is where your 70 cents are from that sale. And that will come back gradually to you. But it can take a little bit longer because of the crash in between. So that you have the 3 lines underneath, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps out, Michael. And your bot is running, so that's a good thing. And that means that you are going to start make money again. Okay? So if you have anything else, Michael, just let us know. And then I can help you out with any question that, well, I'm trying to help everybody out with every question that is coming to me. If there's anything other that you want to let us know, then please let us know. But I think that we've gone over everything that you need to know, guys. If there's anything else, you can always just let me know or react in the comments down below. And Michael is saying, thank you. Nice answer. Okay. Well, glad to help out, Michael. I know you are in my team, so that's why I'm very glad that you are asking these questions, because that means that a lot of people watching this, they will maybe have the same question, and then it's answered for them too. So, do I need to set up another account under myself? No, when your robot is running from that account where you're talking about, just let it run. If that's good enough for you, then it's good enough. There's nothing wrong with making another account, because you can earn more, but you can also just put a little bit more money in your first account. But you can make as many accounts as you want underneath yourself, or whatever you want to do. It's not recommendable because you want to scale up your robot, right? The more money he has to spend, the more you will make.
Yeah.
So if you have $100 in your account or $300 in your account, and you're going to make another account, you have to start over. But if you're adding something to that $300 in your first account, then of course your robot has more to work with. So you will earn more money. That's what I should do.
It's better to add up your
You're very, very welcome.
yeah. It's better to add up in your own account first.
Yeah.
Because of the robot will see, oh, I have to work more. You can get more sales, and then it will upscale your account.
Yeah. And there's another thing, Michael, that you also need to know, and it's not only for Michael, it's for everyone, is that your main account, if you have team members underneath you, your main account, your robot needs to be active in order to get your turnovers and your percentages and everything. Be aware of that. So if you have team members underneath you and your robot from your main account is not active, it will skip your account. And it will go to the person above you. You don't want to do that. So make sure that your main account works. And make sure that you teach your team to do the same thing. And I have a lot of team members underneath me that didn't do anything more than that they did. But they recruited people. And their account is now, well, not active anymore because they didn't do anything because of the crash or whatever. They thought it was gone, you never know. And those team members that were in his team, I am now getting the turnover and the percentages. So be very aware that you don't want to lose out, okay? So that's it for us. Thank you, Michael, for asking these questions and interacting with us here. I really appreciate you do that. Make sure that you are in our Telegram group, because you are a team member of mine. You should be in there. And if you have team members of your own, let them know to come in our team group, okay, in our Telegram group. So they can just keep up with the news that we have in the Telegram group there. And then, of course, anybody else that wants to join in the Telegram group there, of course, welcome, okay? There are rules, so always make sure that you read the pinned messages on top. And to get to the next pinned message is by just clicking on that message, and it will just rotate to the next pinned message. It's really easy. So, well, hopefully I teach something to anyone, and hopefully Desiree got all out of it that she needs to know also.
Yeah.
Do you have any last words for those people that are watching?
Yeah. Let's say this. For the ones who has to wait because of there has no update in their accounts,
Yeah.
just be patient. They will come. And for the ones who has a running bot, I say good for you.
Yeah.
Then always um, see that the company is working on it. Uh, they make updates. They make news in the Telegram. So wait for the news for what's coming next.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because if the leaders are going to do a meeting again, and that will be, I think, next week, and they are going to ask the questions that are mostly asked, of course, and then we can get some answers. Is that you want to be aware of all those things, okay? So make sure that you are joining in our Telegram group. You can find the link underneath in the description on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, then of course you need to go to my YouTube channel, and then underneath this video, this live video, you can find in the description the link to the Telegram group. However, a very important thing to know, that link is only there for the next 2 days, and then it will expire, so you can't get in anymore. That's what I want to tell you guys. So be aware of that, and hopefully I helped a lot of people with this. And thank you, Desiree, also for being here again. I really appreciate you being here because it helps out, and it helps me too, because when I make a mistake in the date, let's say that, then you can correct me and then tell me, oh, you need to pay attention here. So that's a good thing. So thank you for that. And well, you guys that are watching live, thank you for being here. And hopefully, if you are watching the recording, I answered all the questions that you needed to know. And otherwise, you can just ask the question underneath the video on YouTube or Facebook. Okay. So thank you for being there, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.